I'd like to call to order the October 13th, 2021 meeting of the Easthampton Historical Commission. It is 6:45, and the first order of business is public speak. We have nobody that wants to say anything. That's not on the agenda. Okay, no volunteers. We have minutes for going back from June and August that we need approval on. I believe both Beverly and I just had them here. Nora were at those meetings, so could we get any comments, edits or anything?
No, they looked good to me. I'd be happy to make a motion to approve the minutes from, what was it, June and August?
Yeah, let's take them separately. June 9th, 2021.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from June.
We have a second.
I second it.
Okay, roll call vote. Nora,
Aye.
Beverly,
Aye.
Mike, aye. Tracy?
Let's do it. Jokes on the way.
Okay, abstain. Is approved 3-0 with one abstention, I guess. Okay, the meeting minutes for August 11th.
I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from August.
Okay, second.
Second.
Beverly, okay. All in favor, Nora?
Yay, aye, yes.
Beverly?
Same.
Tracy? 0-for-2. Mike, yes. Okay. The minutes have been approved. Let's get rid of that. Correspondence. We had a couple of things. First off, I guess we got the, I kind of attached them a little kind of strangely on here, but we didn't have too much else anyways. The Historical Commission 2022 Survey and Planning Grant applications are out. I don't think we want to do anything at that this year, right? Give everybody a little bit of a break. So it's really not too much to say about that. And we also have Section 106 reviews on 3 different places. I don't know if you guys got a chance to look at them. They're all fairly modern homes. The oldest one being 21 Chapin. And it's mostly exterior work. They're already, let's see, metal cap. Yeah, really, I don't believe any of these are, they're maybe by age they are be eligible for something, but I don't think they are. Like I said, the newer ones are from 1971, and the oldest is 1957. So, anybody have any questions or comments on them?
No, I mean, nothing stood out to me.
Okay. I guess we could do a motion to send these in as I guess with no comments. There's nothing we have to check off on this, is there, Jamie?
So there is a, at the bottom of the first page of each form, there's a place for the Historic Commission concurring with the Historic Preservation Planner at PVPC. If there's no concerns about them, we can take them one at a time. You can take them all at once.
Okay, why don't we just You take them all at once, I suppose. It's all pretty much the same. The only thing is they're potentially eligible for National Register due to age, but has not been inventoried or within close proximity to a local, state, or National Register historic district. Torrey Street's kind of way out there. I mean, if you look at the pictures, they look fairly modern anyways. Nothing unusual or significant in my view.
Yeah, and if you look at the scope of work for each, the Torrey Street is interior work for bathroom and
Yep.
basement laundry area.
Oh, yeah, right.
Phelps Street is to replace an existing deteriorated side door, to add a handicap ramp and install traction tape on the ramp. And the Chapin Street one is a little bit more extensive, but it's mostly painting a chimney, parge and paint the exterior foundation, remove front step tiles, install pressure-treated lumber with slip-resistant traction tape and railing, replace 4 deteriorated basement windows, and replace a rear door. So,
Great. Yeah, so we get a motion to sign off on these 3 properties as a group.
I so move.
Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Nora?
Aye.
Beverly?
Aye.
Mike? Aye. Tracy? Okay, I don't know if we don't have somebody there or what, but, okay, so we will get these back to Shannon as basically concurring with what she had written.
Can Tracy hear us?
No response. If there's somebody there, I'm not sure. All right. Demo delay bylaw. I guess, where are we at with that now? Same place we were in August?
yeah, I was supposed to make updates and I have not.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
We still have, we have a little bit to do on it still.
yeah, it's, I have some notes from their last meeting in September. We didn't have a full commission meeting, so we just had a working group meeting.
Right.
And I made some notes to update the ordinance and then just lost the time got away from me. So I didn't,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I
I
didn't.
hear you. September was like a whirlwind, and October's been not much better. I don't know if it's
Busy.
it's that, but it just seems to be going by really quick. A couple of holidays and some vacation time, and next thing you know, I guess why don't we? Do we want to have a subcommittee meeting again?
I think we decided at the last that it was at the point for full review once I make those changes.
Okay.
But if you want to have another subcommittee before then, you can schedule that.
All right. I don't have a problem with meeting one more time before we, once you make the changes, we can take a good look at it. And then hopefully we can work on getting everybody together so we can, discuss it as a group too.
Yep.
So that maybe that one extra subcommittee meeting might help.
Yeah, I can I'll send out some dates and time suggestions.
That sounds good.
If that works for you and Nora.
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, our next meeting would be November 10th. So, okay, so we'll do that. Do we have anything else we want to talk about today on that?
I would say no, especially if we might talk ahead of time.
Yep. Committee. All right. How about, I guess, Jamie, you're probably the most up to speed on the survey and planning grant status.
So I finally heard back from Mass Historic, and I got some responses. We're going to be trying to meet with the consultant next week to go over the phase 3 deliverables. I didn't receive any comments from anyone on the commission, other than what we briefly discussed at one of the previous meetings. We did get an extensive amount of comments from Mass Historic Commission, about 40 pages or so in comments.
For the first set.
Yeah, and that was only about half of the properties. So
It's 47 pages, almost 46.
Of comments?
of comments. Yeah.
You should have a copy of it or link to it anyways.
It was in the email. So very thorough.
And I was kind of surprised actually in a way that I started looking at it and going like, oh wow, they really got into this, and certainly did. It's good though. That's it's real good.
Yeah.
So
The surprising thing to me was when I looked, I was just like, how much time did they spend on this? And like the document had only been opened and edited for an hour.
Oh really?
So I don't know. I don't know what that means, or they must just have like incredible abilities to read and type and write, but I could barely get through like 3 in an hour. So
yeah. Maybe they just printed them all.
That's what I would say. Yeah, maybe.
Probably gave them to 99 different people. One guy did 2.
I think there's only 2 of them in the whole office. So
I was going to say, I wonder how many are in the office. Maybe we should give them all of our old ones and see what they do with them.
Oh, geez. Heat the office for the winter. They were. I mean, it's amazing how thorough they really were with a lot of it. So I was kind of impressed. And especially I wouldn't say it's nitpicking, but I mean, they certainly brought out a lot of different things that me reading them probably wouldn't have gotten to that kind of detail or really noticed.
yeah.
With the thing. So anyways, you're planning on meeting with them next week sometime?
Yeah, I have not finalized the date and time. So
yeah.
I don't know if anyone here is interested in participating in that meeting. I can send out the doodle poll again. That would be helpful if people are interested.
Is it at this point? Is it just you, Jamie, or would Jeff be there as well, or like how is?
Right now, I mean, the only people who responded to the poll are the consultant team and Mass Historic and myself. If it works and people want to participate, you're welcome to. I think it's going to be a pretty targeted meeting, going over the inventory forms and discussing schedules for final completion and what we're looking for, or what the state's looking for the final product.
Yep.
So I'll send out that link to the doodle poll.
Do that.
And if you're interested, please respond as soon as you can. And most of the meetings are going to be during the days, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, that's not a problem. It is what it is at this point. All right. So we're looking forward to that. I mean, they should be wrapping us up soon, though, right? I mean, wasn't it like the end of September was technically the deadline, but are they extended to December or something? Or
so we technically I've tried to communicate and get an update as to can we even get a extension. and no response from Mass Historic, but then they're still meeting with us and still moving forward on it. So I think it's,
Yeah, so it's just kind of a whatever they say, basically, at this point.
yeah, I think that they clearly knew that we weren't going to be complete by the September deadline. So,
Well, there was a big gap of time there between when these inventories were done and what the time it took them to get through them. So
right.
even though they only spent an hour on it.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they only spent an hour on it, but it's quite possible they only spent an hour putting together the final document.
Yeah. Right.
So,
Okay. I mean, so we should actually, I would think we'd have this wrapped up before the end of the year anyways.
yeah, I mean, I think in their original projects and their original schedule, they had a month or so, maybe 6 weeks from when the final phase 3 deliverables to the final deliverables.
Mm-hmm.
So we meet next week. It should be done before, I think around Thanksgiving or maybe first week of December.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, looking forward to wrapping that up. We'll get on to the next one. All right, and the canal, you said basically pretty much everybody's on board now except for Southampton. Is that right?
Right, and Southampton, the CPA committee has made agreed to the funding, but they have not had they need to have a town special meeting in order to approve the CPA legislation or the CPA recommendation.
Right, yeah.
And the town has not scheduled that special meeting to happen yet. So the hope is that the special meeting happens before the RFP responses are due by the consultants. The intent is to still go out for bid for the RFP towards the beginning of November, with responses due towards the beginning of December, and then review and contracting and all. So the contractor would start towards the beginning of 2022, January of 2022.
All right.
Do we know have any sense of how Southampton is lighting a fire under this possibility of having this special meeting happen soon? Or I don't know who's in charge of that.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it's it's up to the Southampton Select Board and town manager. And I think that what I had heard was that they don't want to have a special meeting just for this one item right now. It costs them a lot of money to do it.
Yeah.
To do it, to have the town meeting or the special town meeting. So I think the intent, they have to do it at some point. And they're probably waiting to see if there's other things that they want to add to that meeting. So it's not just a one-off.
Right.
It doesn't look like it's controversial. All the other municipalities have approved it. So it's
awesome. I'm kind of looking forward to that. Get moving and see what they come up with when they start really looking at it.
Yeah, me too.
Right. Anybody have any other questions or something that wasn't on the agenda that would like to maybe get on there next time? So I'll have to reach out to John and maybe, I don't know if you said Tracy or whoever that person is. So usually Tracy's pretty good about answering as far as whether he can make it or not. So I'm assuming it's probably him.
Yeah.
I'm curious, I was looking at the links that you sent us, and one was on, I'm assuming Fort Hill Brewery.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And why was that sent to us?
The planning board sends us that stuff now. We're in that group there. I mean, I think I added it. I think I actually, is it on the other agenda? Is it on the agenda?
It was on the agenda you sent out.
Okay, yeah, it's not on this one here. I printed it, and then I added, actually, realized I forgot, and I'm sorry, I would have talked about it. Because I totally slipped my mind. My only comment on that whole situation over there is if he's digging and he actually happens to find any kind of artifacts, and I don't know if he, can maybe make a comment to the planning board and on that.
I think that would be helpful. Primarily, my understanding is that a lot of the work has already happened, and this is an enforcement issue.
Right, yeah.
So I don't know what has left, what pieces are.
I don't think he's really digging anything up anyways. I think he's actually piling stuff. He's got piles of dirt and whatnot for his own recreation,
Exactly. He's got a mountain bike, or not mountain bike,
BMX bike, yeah.
BMX bike. And so he's pushing some soil around, but
Yeah. Like I said, the only thing that I could come up with would be something like that. So
yeah, I think it's good to know, that is that the Fort Hill area, there's not just a name, and that there was a fort there, and there's also that where there's maybe a graveyard in the vicinity.
Well, on the plan that I looked at, the bike thing that he has there was on it, but then there was another whole area that was designated as a new recreation area. And my understanding was that was originally supposed to be where he was going to plant things for the brewing. And now it was sort of a huge area was designated as a recreation area beyond where he already has the bike thing.
Yeah, he's got a couple. I mean, I went by there the other day. He's got a couple of piles towards the line with he shares with Tri-County, I think. Mm-hmm. And
right up to according to that diagram, was right up to the bike path.
Yeah. It's nothing really obtrusive or anything like that. It's just kind of, it's really hardly noticeable. Just see a pile of dirt. I know he's got the area for the dogs. I think he the other part was he expanded the parking and whatnot without really getting permission to do it, right?
Yeah, and he's also got trailers being stored there that are not permitted, and there's noise complaints that the neighbors keep making. So this is trying to address some of those. By going through the permit process, then the permit can be conditioned so that way the noise complaints, he has to
Address
play nicely with the neighbors.
Yeah.
So I think that the meeting is going to be, I think, next Tuesday.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
So if you do have comments regarding the historic possibilities of historic materials being unearthed, then that's definitely good. Definitely good to know.
Okay, I'll get something off to. Hopefully, I can do it tomorrow. The quicker I do it, the better chance of it getting done.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it. If you have any comments that you think of later, just you can email me. You do it before, Friday night, and hopefully I can get that off. Who would I address that to? Should I?
You should send it to Curtis, the person who emailed.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Our next meeting will be scheduled for November 10th. I'm going to just say 6:30 is still working for most of us, and reach out to John, see what's going on with him, and Tracy, if that's not him there. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is have a motion to adjourn.
I so move.
I'm also so moved. I second that.
You moved, okay. And All right, I guess that everybody's going to approve that anyways. Nora, yes.
Aye.
Beverly,
Definitely.
Mike, Tracy. Okay. All right. Thanks for everybody.
How are your eyes?